Well, good morning everybody. It is March 20th. It's Monday. And I had a good weekend on sales. Just going to go over with you right now what I sold. So this is from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And quite an eclectic bunch of things sold. Alright, first thing I sold is this guy here. This is a vintage hard drive. HDD, hard disk, whatever you want to call them. This is a vintage one, so this is the date here is May 1997. Western Digital. It has a capacity of 850 megabytes. So it's I see it has the old IDE connector. I think that's how you call it. So a great big motherboard on the back there. So I pulled this out of a computer that I got out of my recycling bin. Yeah, and so sold that $50 Canadian, and plus $13 for shipping. All right, and here we go. I sold a little book. This is from Darwin. It's from So Simple a Beginning. So it has like a hardcover box carrying case thing, so I'm not going to take it out. It's pretty difficult to get in and out. Anyways, can't quite remember where I got it from. I think, you know, like most of my stuff I got for free from somewhere. I didn't buy it. Anyways, I sold that for $20. So that's probably about $15 American. And right behind it is a piece of Corningware that I sold. I like this stuff. This is, I find it just sells really, really well. So this one sold for $35 plus $22 for shipping. And this stuff, this is a 2.5 liter, so it's, I have a whole bunch of other ones that are 1.5 liter. They don't sell as well, but I find like these things, I don't know, they just sell really well. I was on a Facebook selling group, and someone was selling a whole bunch of this stuff, and so I went and I picked it up from them for like 30 bucks, and it was a whole set of this stuff. So I picked it up, and I've been selling it ever since. This one isn't from that lot. I was at a thrift shop recently, and I picked that up because I saw it, and I think I may have paid for like $2 or $3 for that. And I flipped it for about 35 bucks, so that's good. This is one other thing that I sold here. This is a wedding album. Can't quite remember where, I think we may have bought that at a thrift shop. Anyways, I sold that for $30 plus $16 shipping. And I sold a gas tank over the weekend. This is from a snowblower that I took apart a couple of videos ago. That is from a Tecumseh engine, and I sold this for $30 with $34 for shipping, so it's going over to Michigan. Alright, next is this little motor. This is a circulator motor from a water boiler system, and you see there it's a pretty good name. I sold this for $75 with $18 for shipping. See, this is a first edition book, Mountains of Mystery. So you see, it's not very, it's got issues, right? Like, you know, but this is an older one. See, 1925 first edition. So when I listed it, I really talked about how it's really damaged, you know. I played it up like that. I said it's not really good condition. Anyways, $25 with $21 for shipping. Alright, this is the next thing I sold, is the most expensive thing from the weekend. This is a motherboard from ASUS motherboard. I sold this for $100 plus $15 for shipping. And this was from, like, this is like a custom deal that a computer that was dropped off my recycling bin. And this computer, it was like totally custom case, custom power supply. It was obvious that someone put it all together bit by bit. So I actually was using that computer for a little bit, and then I decided just to part it out because I didn't want it anymore. And yeah, so I sold that for $100, and it comes with the RAM sticks and the CPU. Fully tested, works great, so that's awesome. Really happy about that sale. Next, this is another little hot water tank thermostat. This is the lower one. So I've been pulling these off hot water tanks. What I think I'll do from now on is that there's an upper one and there's a lower one. I've been listing them individually, but I've been seeing that on eBay that people have been listing them together, like upper and lower as a set. So I think that's what I'll do from now on, is I'll just list them together. Because yeah, this one sold for $15, and $11 for shipping. It's going international to Norway. Surprisingly, it's not the first time I've sent one of these to Norway. I've sent other ones to Norway before, so I don't know what's going on over there. But anyways, nice easy little sale. I often enjoy these because it's just so small and easy to list and easy to pack. You know, it doesn't require very much packaging. You just put in put some bubble wrap around it and just put it in an envelope, and away it goes. So that's going to Ohio. It's sold for $20 with $17 for shipping. Just a little limit switch. I believe this one may have been from an appliance, not so much maybe an electric furnace, I'm not too sure. You can be used for appliances or furnaces, these types of switches. Anyways, $20. Nice little easy sale. And that's what I do. You know, you gotta populate your whole store with stuff, and then it's just a numbers game. Like the more you get up, the more chance that you're gonna sell. So, you know, I have a whole bin of these, and they don't sell every week, but every once in a while you'll get one that sells. This is vintage manual from a Heathkit AM/FM digital receiver. So I sold this for $35. Let me just check. $39.95 with $21 for shipping. Going to Colorado. So yeah, it's just you know, the guy must have this model, and so he wants to have the manual to go with it. Heathkit, really good name. If you ever out there in the field and you find a Heathkit item, make sure you pick it up. You know, it's a great name. Very collectible. A lot of people like that. Still got more to show you because it was a very, very good weekend. I have about 13 things that I sold, and so I have to package them all today. So over here is this. These are IBM AC power supplies, AC adapters from laptop computers, IBM ThinkPads. So I have 5 of these, and they were dropped off at my recycling bin, and I test them all out because they dropped off a couple old IBM laptops as well. So I plugged them all in, and they all powered up just fine. So yeah, I was selling them individually. So I had my listing had a quantity of 5, and they all sold. I was selling them each for $12.95, and someone over the weekend just bought all 5. So $12.95 each. So the total was $64.75 plus $20 for shipping. That's going to Alberta. The last thing that sold, this was an auction that I did. It was ended on Friday. So this is just a big pile of remote controls. So what I do with my remote controls is that every time I get one that's in half decent shape, I just throw it into a big bucket, and I just collect them. So I had a big box of these, and I finally decided to list them. So what I did is I put it up as untested remote controls for various, you know, TV remotes, universal remotes, cable boxes, audio, video, stuff like that. And I said that about 5 of them are missing the back cover. So anyways, every once in a while I like to do an auction, you know, just for fun. So some of these control lots can go quite high. This one, however, did not. It only had 1 bid, and so I started the listing at $49.95. So it's someone sniped it at the very last second of the auction ending. So it sold for $50. It's going local. It's only about $17.75 for shipping. So as you can see there, it's a pretty big box, and so I already have it all bubble wrapped and stuff. So yeah, I'm just gonna put a little bit more newspaper on top and package it up. So that's what sold over the weekend, and hopefully give you guys some ideas on what possibly you can sell from all your junk that you get. Well, it's almost 5 p.m. I finally made it outside because I've just been in the basement this whole day, just doing packages, answering messages, and doing store maintenance on eBay. So I finally made it outside. I thought to myself, I just got to get out because even more messages were coming in and more things I had to deal with. So I just had to say enough is enough, and so I finally just said it. Got to get outside, get some air. This came in the mail today. I ordered some car parts for our Jimmy. It's just some pulley wheels, and it's because it has a really bad squeal, so I'm going to start with the really cheap stuff. I can't really pinpoint where the squeal is coming from, so I'm just going to do the real cheap wheels, like the idler pulley and the belt tensioner. And I ordered a new belt too, because I've never changed the belt on this Jimmy, and it's got over 250,000 kilometers on it, so I don't know when it was last changed by the previous owner. But I've ordered from this Rock Auto shop before. They're in California. I find it's like they're the best place I can find on the internet for car parts. If you guys know any other better car parts to order from, like let me know. But they ship to Canada, and the shipping is pretty reasonable too, so I always like to buy from them. It's called rockauto.com. So that's cool. I'll probably fiddle around with the Jimmy when my wife gets back from the post office. She's gone right now. So something else I did over the weekend, I changed out the rails. I put these new rails on. See, here's the old ones over here. They just were really bad and rusted out. They've been on my truck for probably a couple of years. So yeah, they finally got all rusted out, so I just ripped them off and I put these new ones on. So again, this is from a futon, just like those were. So they're better shape, so that's how I kind of rigged it up. You know, I used lots of this band wire, and I just reinforced it with 2x4s. You know, so it's real solid. It's not going to go anywhere. And yeah, got a nice little plan. Other couple little plans for this is I'm gonna thinking of putting like a hand winch up here. You know, kind of mounting it on somehow. Getting a piece of wood. I just don't want to block out the light that's up there, so I'm going to put a hand winch up here so I can winch up some of the heavier stuff. You know, I've been making out okay the way that I've been doing it, you know, leaning stuff onto the tailgate and just lifting it up and then sliding it on. But it's been working out for me, but I'm getting older, you know. I gotta think about my back and everything, you know. Also over the weekend, we got a whole bunch of hay. We bought some hay, and this stuff is going to be our garden. So in case any of you are interested in that sort of stuff, we like to do the homesteading type thing too. I might make a few videos on that. But so what you do with this stuff to make a garden is, so you prop it up like that, you leave the string on, and then you add like nitrogen and soil and water, and so what will happen is that you'll start to compost this, and you can actually put your plants directly on the hay bale and they'll grow. So we're going to try that out this year. We've seen some things on the internet about people doing that, and it seems to work out for them. It's a lot less low maintenance because there's no weeds, and you don't have to ship in like tons and tons of soil. Anyways, my kids just rearranged the hay bales like this. They were playing around and you know, making a little house. Yeah, so that's what's going on today. Might fiddle around out here for a little bit. Maybe I'll start putting all the metal onto the truck or something, and get ready for a scrap run tomorrow. Like, there's a couple things out here I want to take apart as well, like this snowblower over here. And yeah, I gotta get going on this car, man. It's been sitting out here, but the weather is starting to turn. First day of spring today, and we're finally starting to be nice warm weather, or warmish. So yeah, I'm going to get moving on this guy. I've already taken a few parts out of it. You know, I took off the alternator. I took off air intake there. Yeah, but there's a few more parts, you know, that I want to take off, like the headlights and windshield wiper motors, and you know, mirrors, stuff like that. Yeah, I bought this car for $200, so I'm going to keep on. It's really nasty though. Yeah, you can see it. I don't know if you can see the interior there. It was just some guy's work car that he was using, you know, construction type guy, and he was just using this as a beater just to get back and forth to work. So, yeah, you can see I got lots of junk to clean up out here. All that steel. There's a snowblower I'm going to take apart. Fun times. Alright, just loading up a few things onto the truck. And look at this, guys. Look at how smart I'm getting in my old age. So I made myself a little ramp. Isn't that clever? Oh, wow. Isn't technology an amazing thing? The technological advances is mind-blowing right now. Well, probably just pull it on from here. Get this old compressor motor up here. So if you can't tell, I mean, this motor by itself, well, I don't know, that's got to be at least 60 pounds, that thing. Man, oh man, those things are just heavy. Here's a washing machine that I got a few days ago. So I'll show you what I do for something like this to get a few extra parts. You know, the legs here, they come off really easily. Those are the, you know, adjustment legs. So there's 4 of them. You could take those off and find out how much they sell for. Now you try and find out what went wrong with the machine. You know, more than likely this discharge motor is fine. I actually have one of these already from up on the store right now. But this is totally full of water and it's frozen solid. You want to make sure the ice expansion didn't break any of the motor. You got a pressure, a water level switch here. But yeah, you try and find out what went wrong with the machine. Like, you try and find out why they threw it out. So the way I got it, this thing was already taken apart and they had cut this. So if I were to, you know, plug this in, you'd have 120 volts right there. And you'd probably have a short and some sparks. But you see, like, they unscrewed this whole back panel off. But if you switch the thing around and you look inside here, you see, like, they had taken it all apart here. So if I had to guess, I would say that there was something wrong with the main drive, this main component here. So I just pulled off a few things from this washing machine so far. This is the solenoid valve assembly with the hot and cold water coming in, a couple leveling legs, and a noise filter. So these are just 3 quick pulls that I did off this washing machine. So I'll show you here on eBay what they're worth. So, you know, we have this one, the solenoid valves are someone sold for $42, $33, $22. This is the noise filter. One of them sold for $20, another one sold for $13. And oh, this is another part that I haven't pulled off yet, but this is the this is easy to get at too. It's the whole detergent dispenser, 36, 17, 20, and these are the legs. So this 2 legs sold for $30, $31. So these are just really easy things that you can get off of a washing machine, and yeah, it's a lot better than scrap value, that's for sure. Alright, so I just pulled out the whole control board, and this is what it looks like. There's 2 parts to it, 2 different boards, and then a whole bunch of wiring hanging off of it as well. So I have this exact model up in my store already right now, and I can't remember exactly how much I'm trying to sell for. I think maybe like 75 bucks, something like that. So I'm going to look at it a bit further, but I'm really not too sure if I want to sell this one, mainly because I can't test it, but I am pretty sure that the reason why they threw it out was there's some sort of drive problem, kind of like the same thing that was wrong with the last Samsung washer that I had. Something wrong with the motor here. So I'm 90% sure this is a good working part. Okay, so it's late at night now. It's 11 p.m. and it's March 20th, Monday, March 20th. So I'll show you guys what I sold today. And so we'll start off this guy over here. So this is a printer power supply. Now I don't take apart printers anymore, but I used to. And this is a power supply from an Epson printer. So this has been in my store for quite a long time. And I just took a best offer of $30 total. And it's going, I think, to America. Let's see. Yep, going to Indiana. So he gave me a best offer of $30 total. It's probably going to cost me around $15 to ship it. So I'll make a little bit of money. I'm just happy to get it at the store, to be honest, because I don't take apart any printers anymore. It's something I just don't do. Next, we have a little furnace pressure switch. Again, I took a best offer on that. A best offer of $23 plus $13 for shipping. Yeah, so I pull these off of the furnaces all the time. Make some good money. So I have another identical one in my store still of that type. Next, I sold these 2 igniters. Flame rod igniter combo. These are from hot water tank, and these are actually just very recent. I guess last week I made a listing for this guy, and then I found another one, identical one, in another hot water tank, so I just added it to it, and so they both sold together. They sold together, how much was that? Sorry, let me check here. $24.95 each, so it's $50 right there, and plus the shipping, and someone in Texas bought them both. That's pretty exciting. You know, I like to see things sell fast, so I'll definitely know to grab more of those off the hot water tanks when I get them. This guy here is a little selector switch from, I believe that's a range, and see there it has the 6 terminals. I don't know why I'm not focusing here. 6 terminals, little selector switch, so you can select between the different functions of the stove. $34.95 plus shipping, and I have another one of those in my store still. Over here is a big pile of it's called Asmanovs. Asmanovs. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this stuff correctly, but so it's just a big pile of these science fiction novels. And I believe you could have gotten them like ordered to your house, kind of like a TV guide type thing. But yeah, so they're just they're full of stories, science fiction stories. So anyways, I guess they're a little bit collectible. Individually, they will sell on eBay, but for not very much. But so I just decided to sell this whole stack of them together. And I think the majority of them I got from a clean out job that we did. But I do remember buying a few of them at a Value Village one day. That I popped in randomly. Sold the whole stack together, $40 plus $18 shipping. It's going to Ontario. Alright, this thing here. So this is another magic trick that I've sold. It's vintage. This one's kind of neat. So, it's got this fake blood, and you put the fake blood in this little squeeze bobber there. And then you will, pretend to put it through your skin, or you do, I don't know. Anyways, you put it through there, and then you press the bobber, and fake blood will come out, so it'll give the illusion. Oh yeah, so no, this is fake skin here. So you put that on your arm, and then you slide it through the fake skin that you made on your arm. And then as you're sliding it through, you press it, and you start to squeeze out this fake blood out of the bobber. So it looks like, you're actually making, going right through your skin. Well, it's kind of neat. It's kind of fun. I understand this one. Some of the other magic tricks I just don't understand, but this one's kind of cool. So anyways, let's just double check how much I sold that guy for. $49.95 Canadian, and with $19 for shipping. So they paid $69 total. It's going to Massachusetts. So I already packed this thing up already. This is a light fixture. I packaged it up earlier today because I wanted to do a test to see how much it would cost me to ship it. So anyways, I just packaged it up, and I'll show it to you here. So it's just a porcelain light switch, light socket, for the ceiling for a light bulb. So I sold that for $15. And yeah, that's basically it. It's been up for a long time. I can tell because I don't use this green background anymore. Kind of neat though. It had quite a lot of views and watchers on it, so it took a long time to sell. But eventually someone bought it. You just gotta wait it out. It's kind of a waiting game. You just put a lot of stuff up on eBay and then just let it sit. Eventually someone will buy it. Anyways, folks, thanks so much for tagging along with me today, and if you liked my video, please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day.